Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? It's been a little while. What's up, Digital? How's it going? Good to see you. Right now, I'm just currently going to check out the YouTube channel to see when the last time I've streamed has been, because it's been a long time. 2 months ago? Is that 2 months ago? That's definitely been a little while, so hopefully everyone is doing okay. Just gonna be doing a quick stream today, just relaxing, doing some dailies. Hopefully everyone else is doing well as well. Am I getting back into... I'm trying to incorporate it more and get back into it, for sure. It is very challenging, it's with the nature of the job, but I think we can make it work. Things are starting to open up. That's definitely going to be the goal, so I'm trying to push myself to stream at least once a week. Lots of frame drops, it's telling me. Are you guys seeing any frame drops by chance? It's been a while since I've streamed, so it would not surprise me. But yes, that is the goal, Digital. Get back into streaming. Try to make it a more consistent and regular thing. As it's getting colder out, I'll be spending more time inside, so. And we got some pretty promising things coming to the game pretty soon as well, so frames are looking good, right on. Yeah, it says that it's just like, that's just notifications that pop up on OBS. That's just the information that it tells me, so I don't actually know if the frames are dropping or not, so as long as it's good on your end and the resolution looks okay, then we'll leave it be, but yeah, sometimes that happens. You guys excited for guilds to come out? Should be getting those pretty soon. It's hard to believe that we're level 49 as well. Considering we got, what, the beta at the start of this year? Or the end of last year? So it's been really good. This game is moving in the right direction. Rumor has it, it's coming out this weekend. Personally, I think that it's 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I would agree. I think a lot of people get a lot of anticipation for the updates, and then usually are let down. Yeah, usually it takes a couple extra weeks just to kind of iron out all the kinks. But personally, I think they'll probably have guilds by the end of November. Maybe mid-December, depending on how smoothly things go. With holidays and everything coming, I honestly kind of hope that they don't push out boss strikes, just because as nice as it would be to have that, I think it's also good for the devs as well to, you know, have some of that time, take some time with their families and stuff, and then come back during the new year, refreshed and motivated, so. They've done a lot of really good work this year so far, so we can ride out the last month and a half of this year and then, you know, start the new year off with a bang. That would be ideal. And my game crashed. There's going to be a lot of that. But But yeah, it feels really nice streaming again. It's been a long time. I've definitely wanted to stream for a while now, and just really haven't had the opportunity. Too many things going on, too much work stuff. So now that work has calmed down a bit, and you know, I've got my ducks in a row here, more or less. We're back. So. Yeah, I think it'll be a couple weeks though, for sure. 2 to 3 weeks sounds pretty accurate. If you guys have any song suggestions too, please throw them in the chat. I'm just playing some random drum and bass right now, so just grabbing the first thing I see and throwing it on just to chill. Although I am going to skip this song because the song doesn't really sound like kind of drum and bass. Skip a couple songs here till we get something. Current progression for salamanders, currently rank 5, almost 1 bar as well. So we're just ranking some random stuff up right now, not in any particular order. Just usually how I do things. I don't do a lot of mammoth kills, but we'll use, I feel like salamanders are almost built for these mammoths. I kind of wish we would get mammoth formations, which were more than just a 3x3s, but it is kind of nice consistency for ranking up certain units, so I don't have a lot of complaints, and I don't always kill the mammoths anyways, so. Alright, there goes those guys. Just to confirm, we don't have a construct. Construct should be here on Sunday, possibly Monday. No Dreadnought or Kraken, so no bosses as of right now. We might have something spawn in later, but we should have our Rebels, we should have our Silver Wolves, and obviously we should have our Boars and Raptors, so whenever my game feels like working and not crashing, we'll get those all knocked out. Yeah, hope all has been well, Digital. I think, was it recently you joined the roundtable too? Yeah, it was you. Welcome into the roundtable too. Very nice to have you in there. not really my drum and bass, I'm not gonna lie. Try this one. See how much better this one is. In terms of land units we're trying to rank as well right now, we're trying to get our Colossus up. We spent 1,400 nanopods and like 40 units for this. So I have spent way too much to get one Colossus. Never mind, there's people that have less infections than me that have like 4 and 5, so... Thanks, man. Was surprised to get invited. So I don't know exactly how the roundtable works, but it should be all leadership from the different guilds, or representatives, but I could be wrong. So it surprised me because I didn't know if you were leadership or not. But either way, very nice to have you in there. So we can definitely use some more level-headed individuals in there that have as valuable input as you. So. And you have a very good rapport with the community, so it's nice to have you in there. Nice to have another friendly face. And we're using heavies right now because I'm too lazy to scroll, so... And I haven't used them in a long time, actually, so I'm excited to get level 50 so that we can get these things. We get the armor. Oof. Swing and a miss. Yep, that's correct. Right back at you, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we'll keep doing this. Screw it. Screw it! Yeah, my hopes is that we can get Mr. Colossus up to rank heavy. To rank 4 or 5. So we got a little ways ahead, but obviously we should be able to get rank 4 tonight, no problem, just with Bigfoots. We'll see how much of a grind that is, but it shouldn't be too bad. I saw the 38 Cannoneers, by the way, LOL, yes. So, it has been a long infection grind for me. 36. So we got, currently our infection sits at 9, 8, so we got 17 hunters. Actually had more advanced hunters than regular hunters until the most recent infection spree, which, yeah, I spent 400 nanos. Before that, I spent like a couple hundred here and there. But I did infect like 13 lightning dragoons. Was it 13 or 15? It was one of the two. And then I infected like maybe 20 lightning troopers. Spent like 40 laurels, spent like 50 bars, all that stuff. And yeah, I got like another 15 cannoneers. I got about 13 creepers, no stalkers surprisingly, but I got 2 of these normal crawlers, which I only had advanced before. Sure, another unit. And I got some bolt roaches. So overall, the frogs are kind of nice. I just wish they were more powerful, but I like them. Like, I wish they are nice for early level or early game players. It's just too bad we can't get them anymore. Because my free-to-play account would love to have some frogies right now, some frogs. So yeah, that happened. I'm debating spending more nanos just because I want the Colossi that bad. So, not that the unit is necessarily good, but it is actually really efficient at Bigfoots, believe it or not. So, it has a very nice amount of damage that it does, obviously less than the Wimps, and low offense. But when you rank it up, the offense isn't as big of a factor, and on top of that, the animation time comparative to a Wimp is like 1/3 of the time. So your animations go through very quickly. It makes fights a lot faster. I've been told that they're still slower than MG turrets, which is good to know. But it's something that I still want to kind of play around with, because I've seen a few streamers. I think BNAP's actually one that uses the Colossi pretty often, or pretty frequently. And yeah, it looks actually not too bad. So for farming at Bigfoots, which honestly, I'm not the most avid Bigfoot or Bigfoot country farmer. But obviously if you need SP, it's the place to go. So it's nice to have that in the back pocket. And it's kind of a cool unit. I think the Colossus is kind of cool. So I never had one in the original, so it is nice having one now. I just wish that I could have, you know, a couple more. But it annoys me that the enemy Froges are better than ours, lol. I don't know if that was a typo or if that was intentional, Soju, but I love that you put Froges instead of frogs, or however you want to say that, because that is hilarious. I love that. That word is hilarious. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I remember looking at, I think it was the Cannoneers crit chance. Base crit chance is, I think, 45% versus tanks or vehicles or something, which is ours, which is actually really impressive. Very nice for early game players, and I'm pretty sure it's standard across all different variants or counterparts for the Cannoneers. But the enemy ones have double that. They have 90% crit chance. So you're getting crit every time, pretty much, if you have a tank get smoked by a by a freaking Cannoneer. So it's like, oh my god. But yeah, the frogs are easily the most annoying unit in my opinion. They do so much damage over time. It is definitely a little bit dangerous. It is quite dangerous, actually. Oops. Wrong attack. Alright, Raptors are coming to a close. Let's see, how much... we'll scroll. Why not? It's faster. We will scroll. But yeah, we'll do all of our encounters on this, get our Bigfoots up to 4, and then depending on what time looks like, we might even hop over to some of the other accounts and do some farming on those. So even though I want it to be a quick stream, I'm also trying to like hurry and get some things done, so... I'm trying to prioritize the naval right now so I can kind of get my bars and laurels back from naval. But personally, I have nothing else to rank in naval. It's been like that for a couple months now. So it's kind of like, I don't want to do naval because I don't need to. Don't need SP. But we will definitely always do it for the resources, so... How many ults do you run again? I'm struggling to keep even one up to par. Right now, I have 10 ults, but I only have, across all those ults, I only have 4 other active ones that I'm playing on. So I've definitely got way too much on my plate. Considering occupations might not even actually come back, I'm definitely doing way too much, but I really enjoy it. So I like having a bunch of ults. It's very nice, very freeing. So you learn a lot too by having many. Like doing as many playthroughs as I have of the game at this point, I've learned so much, and I don't make the same mistakes. Like I'm very efficient with each account that I'm playing on now, which is nice, so I can save a lot of time. But yeah, definitely don't need 10 accounts. Definitely extremely unnecessary. Occupations better come back? I really hope so. At least, I know a lot of people said that, or they said that they're trying to like reinstate the game as it was originally, but then they've also said other stuff like Secret Vaults won't be returning. I honestly think that a lot of the features in the base game are going to return, including Secret Vaults. There's a part of me that doesn't want them to come back, but I also think if they're re-implemented properly and appropriately, they can be a really good thing to implement. So we'll see what they decide on doing. I think they'll probably get community feedback, which I think is the right decision for them. see what the players want and then make their, you know, decisions accordingly. Obviously, being in the position of having disposable income now, I am definitely someone that wants to have Secret Vaults come back, just because I think accessibility to units will always be like a bonus for players. Now, the rates are something that would definitely have to change, as well as the nano cost. It technically is already a bonus to do Secret Vaults if you're trying to get like basic nano units like mega tanks and stuff, depending on what's in that pool. But then again, there's other units that are in there that are just horrible. So the rates are something that need to change in the nano cost. Since they're only here for 5 days anyways, similar to a boss strike, they could easily change it so that you get, you know, way more efficiency out of your nanos, and then people would actually be incentivized to buy them, spend them on the Secret Vaults. There's lots of different things they could do, but yeah. But yeah, occupations better come back, because I've got, well, 10 accounts that are, you know, being expanded upon, so hopefully we can put some of those to use and I don't have 9 accounts go down the drain, but whatever happens, happens. So I'm doing it for my own enjoyment. If, you know, occupations come back, that's awesome. I'll use those accounts to, you know, for whatever I need. But realistically, like when it comes to boss strikes and other events too, I can't upkeep that many at the same time. I've only got 3 devices that I can play on max. In the instance, you know, where I ever was to like min-max having multiple accounts participate in a boss strike or whatnot, so. But most of the time, like, I say that I'm running a bunch of alts, but at the same time, most of that is just doing story missions as much as I can and collecting XP. There's not a lot of actual grinding taking place, just because it's too much. Especially with my game soft locking as much as it does, being on Starlink internet. When my game crashes as much as it does, then it kind of makes it impossible without, you know, to play the game consistently without my game crashing, so, or freezing, soft locking. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, fair take. I mean, honestly, there's way better ideas that people have. A couple days ago, I want to say it was on BNAP's stream, I think, he actually proposed a really good idea for the Secret Vaults. And yeah, I think there's definitely very good approaches they could take, some very healthy approaches for players. It really just depends on how they get implemented. If Madrona can do that properly, then they'll have no problem re-implementing them. And I think a lot of people would rather have them than not. But I think there was a lot of bad experiences with them in the past, which is what, you know, really rubbed off on players, so. Yo, what's up, main? Clutch is back. Welcome into the stream. We are drum and bassing it and doing some encounters and doing way too much. So many shenanigans going on. Very nice to see you in here, main. Hopefully all is well with you as well. I'm looking forward to you streaming too. Is that something that is in the realm of possibility, perhaps? I could have sworn, it's been a little while, but I could have sworn it was you that I think I was going through OBS setup and stuff. So that'd be awesome if you're able to stream, man. Just grinding heaviers right now? Right on, man. Good stuff. That's something I need to get on. I did a little bit during the boss strike sim that we had last week, and I think I only got 3.5 bars deep, so I definitely have a lot of work ahead. Yes, I do want to start that. I just have been kind of afraid to start LMAO. Hey man, You take as much as you need, as long as you need. But don't be nervous, man. We're all here to just have fun and enjoy the game. So realistically, this game is very challenging to stream. Everyone kind of does the same things and has the same experiences. I think the best thing you can do if you wanted to is create content more so than stream. I kind of just do because I don't have as much time to actually make content, but maybe in the new year we'll think about that. So yeah, man, that'd be awesome. More content creation means more exposure for the game, so we love that. Heavier grind was soul sucking. It does get better at rank 5. Yes, it does. I noticed that the rank 5 is kind of like the turning point for, because obviously I think supers and heaviers have the same offense. That's kind of the TSN turning point for a lot of those units, where the offense becomes high enough where you start limiting the amount of deflex that you start hitting, which is very nice. Definitely looking forward to that. Ooh, where'd that go? Thank goodness I didn't take out my ironclad. Oh, we got another wave? Shoot. But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna save, I think, most of the heavier grind for when boss strikes come out. It really depends on, like, kind of what we get and when we get it. Being 3 bars already, I could easily just, like, crank out the last 7. The thing is I really just don't need to, because I have plans to get a bunch of super tanks, and I've already had those rank 6 for a while now. The heaviers are very nice, I won't lie, though. Heaviers are awesome to have. Even in comparison to mega tanks, costing a gear compared to a widget is awesome. But yeah, we'll see how things pan out. I'm really hoping we get promo units soon too. I know they said promo units are kind of on the back burner, but I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, they're really running out of time for some of these units to have relevancy. Especially even the Patreon units, like the Diamond Tank. I'm genuinely concerned that the Diamond Tank will have any sort of usability at all when it comes out. So absolutely true. I have some ideas for content creation streams, but yeah, just been a little afraid to start. I feel like once this semester ends in December is when I'll get started. Hey, that's awesome, man. Yeah, school and life comes first, right? So it's just if you have time for it. Mine are actually about to hit 7th bar to rank 6, so I'm close to finishing them. Very nice main. Good work. I'd recommend getting your feet wet with short form content. I'm doing YouTube very casually, but I've been uploading world boss fights. Oh, hell yeah. That's a really good idea, actually. A lot of people want to see what kind of drops people get, kind of see formations, that sort of thing. There's lots, even though we have a very dedicated and hardcore player base, we got new players joining the game every day. There's no shortage of that content that is needed. Players are always looking for that help, so it's huge. Yeah, gonna be nice to have a solid reserve of rank 6 heaviers. Absolutely, dude. I don't know who it was that I was looking at the other day, but they had like 30 plus heaviers already, and I thought I had a lot with like 10 or 15. I usually will get a handful of units and then rank them up, but I won't like start mass producing until I'm like invested into the unit, or until I'm like positive about, you know, how much I'm actually going to use it. So I guess those are sort of the same thing, but great work. Do you upload on this channel, Soju? If so, I gotta check it out and sub. Yeah, man, if you got your YouTube, if this is the YouTube channel you use digital, throw it in the chat. We'll go sub to you right now. Go ahead, feel free to throw it in here, man. I feel rude right now too, because I was actually unaware too that you're creating content, so that's awesome to hear. We got more content creators in here. Right on. Just a few videos, nothing crazy. That's where it starts, man. Just a couple videos. Those videos might be extremely influential for exposure for this game, right? So It all starts with just a few videos, but eventually it grows and it blossoms. Right on. There's his channel in the chat right now, guys. Go check him out. Go check out his content. Let's show some love towards digital. Hey man, we appreciate you too. We're here for each other, right? We're in this together, so we all want what's best for the game. Content creation, exposure, and making this game mainstream again, just like it used to be, would be amazing, right? That would be the optimal outcome. Heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Let me know too if the music's too loud or anything. This song's kind of popping off right now. I can't hear it too loud on my end, but I'm sure you guys are getting an earful of it, so if I'm too loud or if the music is too loud, you guys just holler at me. This song sounds a little bit ravey almost, so sounds like it's about to go kind of crazy. Alright, couple more naval and then we go back to land battles and then we swap to the alts. We actually can do some clearing on this account on the other bases as well. So maybe that's what we'll do too. We'll clear out some of the other encounters on the main just to get some more resources and then we'll go from there. It's good, right on. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm honestly really hoping Madrona can find time to implement a creators program, perhaps something for content creators to maybe use like a dev account and highlight and showcase content that comes out early. Kind of to give people that exposure to things before it comes out, to kind of give them an idea of what is to come. I think it'll be awesome. It'll be great if like promo units are coming out and stuff. If we get like a dev build where we can kind of highlight certain units, that sort of thing, so that people can base their decisions on whether or not they want to buy a unit when an update comes out or whatever. So that would be awesome. I really badly want to do unit showcases, but I mainly want to save those for promo units and boss strike units. I definitely should do it for like all the units in the game, but I think there's a lot of units that I mean, if everyone has access to them, there's nothing holding them back to just trying out the unit, to getting it and trying it out. But realistically, even at our level right now, there's only a handful that are really worth it. So I think maybe later on when the game, expands a little bit, we get some other features, we get guilds, we get, some other things, we'll do some videos and we'll showcase some of that. Maybe start a little bit more content creation, do a little bit less streaming, or maybe the same amount of streaming and do some content. I think that would be a great thing. Man, these mine layers are... These things are tough, man. These things do not fall easily.
Welcome. Sit back and enjoy the ride. How can I control my mind?
Because yeah, that would be awesome. Do some content on that. We'll do a lot of boss strike content, I think, for sure, though. I don't have anything planned, but I think a lot of people are going to want to look back at the boss strikes, and there's obviously going to be a lot of content, I think, like through AP, through Murph, some of the other more established creators. But I think, yeah, there's definitely going to be value in having that content, have it recorded, and do some showcases of that. Honestly, I can't wait for some of the planes added so we can spice up the naval variety a bit. That's what I'm hoping for too, main, honestly. Yeah, most of the aircraft, as you know, in this game is extremely exclusive. So having most of it not trainable, I think is good, since it can be used on both land and naval battles. I think that's a good way to balance, most of the promo units, or most of the boss strike units, is to have them as aircraft. But yeah, we definitely need those, right? Those have to come at some point because, and even more naval units too. We're gonna need more naval units at some point. Like some people having like 5 or 6 clads at this point, they're pretty much done with naval. Obviously there's more ranks to get, but having, as many units as we do, not a whole lot's gonna change, right? So for possibly the next couple of years for this, naval. That's perfect. I'll be tuning in for boss strike streams, especially since Gunby said he's not streaming for the time being. I know. I really hope our king comes back. I hope he's doing well. Last I talked to him, he said that he was going to take some time away, focus a little bit more on IRL stuff. So I really hope he's doing okay. And I know he'll come back. And once boss strike comes, it's going to be awesome because, yeah, I love watching Gunby content. So that's going to be wicked to see him come back, do some boss strikes, keep entertaining us, and yeah, so boss strikes are going to be wicked. I cannot wait to get some of those rewards. I don't think I had any boss strike units back in the day. I think I had a handful. And I remember I had the legendary mammoth, and those were kind of like the highlights of my boss strike and promo units. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on a lot of those units nowadays. So it's still surreal that we got this game back, because man, the amount of videos that I would watch being like, man, I wish this game would come back, and then it kind of just manifested. So maybe if I do that hard enough, we'll get guilds this weekend. Although, let's see, what day is it? It's Thursday today, I think, right? So we got, what, a day and a half, 2 days before, the end of the weekend, technically? Or before, like, that window for them pushing out an update has passed. Can't believe we're living in the timeline that Battle Nations actually came back. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like it's not even real sometimes, because the chances of that happening were just little to none. We definitely live in a world, for sure. Doing this week's Sims? Yo, what's up, Net? This week's Sims, I'm not. I'm actually I'm going to be busy with work for the next like 2 weeks. I'm working 7. I've got 1 day off in between, and then I'm working another 7 because I just had 6 days off rather. So I played last sim, but I won't be doing the sim, unfortunately. I'll be around. People can take my encounters and take what they need. But yeah, this sim is going to be a no-go. Maybe the one before the end of the month. We'll see. What are your thoughts on balance? You see Madrona balancing a lot of the promo and boss strike units. Honestly, I think it kind of depends. I feel like what's gonna happen is they're going, yo, what's up, Net? Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna bring the power up for a lot of units. I think like lots of the junk units, they're gonna make a lot stronger. Which I think is really good. That's really healthy for the game. I don't think we should be nerfing units by any means. I think we should be getting more powerful units. Yes, it kind of incentivizes power creep, but I think there's a lot that they can do with that without making it like a negative thing. So that's what's up. What kind of job you got? I am a police officer, but I'm on call 24/7. So even right now, so there's 2 other members or 2 other officers that are in the community, so they're both taking the on-call tonight, which is why I'm kind of allowed to stream, if you will. But yeah, normally I'm like on call all the time, which just makes it really difficult to sit down and stream. Like if I was on call tonight, I would have gotten a call likely by now, which means that I gotta get up and I gotta leave. Whether I end the stream or keep the stream on, you guys would be sitting here kind of, you know, waiting for me, and that's not really fair, right? So but yeah, police officer 100% agree. I like the idea of buffing over nerfing. Yeah, I think honestly it just leaves a sour taste in people's mouth because they know what the unit once was. So if you take that away from them, it's like, okay, well, there's kind of a break in trust, right? Because if units are subject to change like that, then yeah, it's like you never know, maybe your favorite unit's gonna get nerfed, right? Whereas I think if they just bring all the other units up to par, changed, you know, balance the cost of healing units, the cost of promoting, there's a lot they can do. It's just gonna take time, right? But I think absolutely, you know, bring other units up is the way to go. That's how you deal with that. And yeah, there might be power creep, but I think there's also a say that, you know, for future units that come out, they make them more comparable to units that they also buff. So instead of, you know, them just still making more powerful and more powerful units, we start implementing more strategic units like the Blood Ninja or other units that, you know, maybe deal a lot of damage, but aren't necessarily like overpowered and can't do everything like the Legendary Sandworm. They'll have to be more careful using resistances going forward now. I think if they play too much with the resistances of units, it's going to mess up a lot of the unit economy. So how about the Boom Bus LL? Do you think that's something they should bring back to its formal glory? Do you remember how broken it was before its nerf? See, I do. I don't think it's something that they need to bring back to its former glory. I think they can increase the stun chance again. I think the way to bring that unit back is make it so that it deals more damage. It essentially is like a upgrade to the Field Agent. Obviously, it's a resource promotional unit, so it's an exclusive unit. It should have some relevancy, but it shouldn't be overpowered. I think, yeah, the way that they deal with that, bring the base damage up. People will use it for its base damage if it's still good. And then they can give it something niche as well, like maybe have it so it can, like it has an increased stun chance against vehicles but can't stun infantry or something. Something unique so that people don't use it against infected, but they use it against, you know, rebels or something. There's so much they can do with the game, it's unbelievable. They just need that time, right? Because yeah, if they give it that so that you can't use it against infected, then you can't clear out the infected in 2 or 3 turns. You gotta, resort to other things. And then if you used against rebels, well, rebels it would excel against, but they're also, rebels one of the toughest factions that you fight against. So issue with the boom bust was that it was nerfed so hard it became a useless unit, so they screwed it on both ends, LMAO. Yeah, and that's just Z2 doing really bad balancing and stuff. I think something that kind of speaks to that is how they handle unit promotions and stuff. A lot of the early game units, people don't bother promoting because it's way too expensive to promote them. Realistically, no one at that level is going to have the resources to do that. And even if they did, it's not worth it because you can rank up or level up and get stronger units anyways. And I think that's something that also ties into the whole power creep thing. If they implement it properly, you can have lower level units that actually excel against higher level units. You should be able to invest resources and time into something like a mortar team and have it actually do lots for you, because lots of those little units do have other attacks, but lots of people don't get them because they don't promote the units and they don't invest the resources or time into them. They just get stronger units, right? So lots they can do, no shortage. I did not mean to do that, oops. But yeah, it will be really interesting to see the route that they take, but I think there's more than enough good ideas within the community, and I think there's more than enough potential on their end. It just, again, comes down to how they implement it. So we'll see how that goes, but I have a lot of faith in Madrona. I think they've made some really good quality of life, things to the game that they've added. So there's lots to uncover, lots to unpack. The future is exciting for Battle Nations, to say the least, absolutely. It's got so much ahead of it. It's funny too, because it was a game that was ahead of its time, yet it has one of the highest potential ceilings, or ceilings for potential rather, I think is the proper English verbiage for that. So yeah, all exciting stuff. And who knows, it might be a little while, it might be a couple of years before we see that, but if they can make the game better than what it was, they've done their job. And I think already they've done that. There's obviously a lot of things that were in the original that aren't in this game yet, but obviously when they come back, we'll be able to, formulate a better opinion about it. Because I think a lot of people played for boss strikes, a lot of people played for PvP. Those obviously are coming back. So, but I think so far, based off, certain things and elements that they've given us, we're gonna have a amazing experience this go around with Battle Nations, and I'm super excited to see what it has. And I think that's also why I have as many accounts as I do as well, because I have some accounts that I've actually kept at lower levels, just based on what the lower level player experience will be like, so that players who are coming to the game who are newer to the game will have a more comparable experience to myself on those lower level accounts, and then I can optimize playthroughs and give them information that's relevant to them being at that level. So there's definitely pros and cons to all that. Make sure we harvest all the crops here. Very nice. We'll go check and see. We'll definitely have some rebels. If you could pick, what would you want the first original thing that to be that Madrona adds? New unit type, new building, or something else entirely? That is a really good question. and a very difficult one to answer because there is definitely a lot of good things in the game, or that were in the original rep that I want to see come, and also new stuff that they add. I think the biggest one for me, and this is kind of a vague answer, I think it's to see new systems. I think having an overall quality of life upgrade or increase to certain things, like even simple stuff like collecting all of your taxes, like for your housing and other things, collecting all your shops. I think that's something that's definitely something they could implement pretty easily, and that would just kind of like bring the game up to today's standard with other mobile games and other games entirely. Net says, I want the Patreon units first. I agree. I think the Patreon units, if they're not careful, I think they'll lose their touch or their value, because yeah, I don't see at this point how, like, if we implement the Diamond Tank any later than right now, I don't know if it's gonna see a lot of use in the game. Even the Plasma Mammoth, like the Plasma Mammoth is supposed to be, geez, I just stuttered on that super hard. The Plasma Mammoth is supposed to be obviously like a later game unit, as Plasma was like kind of like one of the last things we unlocked. The thing is what they've done with a lot of these units later on, especially with Naval, is they've implemented them so that their ranks are locked behind player level. There's no thing that they're doing right now that could stop them from implementing the Plasma Mammoth and keeping it like locked at rank 1, so that players get to use the unit, you know, have that exclusivity of the unit and showcase that, but not have it scale out of proportion, where it's too strong or it needs to be nerfed or whatever. Really, anything new they add would be super fun for me though. Use last formation button or option would be nice. Yes. I'm so glad you said that, Net. I've been saying that for a long time now. Last save formation would solve all the problems, because at least for grinders, they can just click that one button and away they go. If they have save formations, I think that would be something that would be nice. Maybe we can unlock that with nanos or something. Either way, anything we can do to get that would be awesome, but I think last save formation would be amazing. Particularly for grinding unit SP. Yeah, there you go. Patreon units would be a good litmus test for the art team's capabilities, absolutely. And I don't really know, because like the dev team is pretty quiet on most things, but I was also under the impression that we were getting a redesign and kind of like a refreshment on a lot of the things in like the game's animations and and the game's art, like all the units and the buildings getting refreshed on the resolution and whatnot. So hopefully that does come as well, and hopefully that hasn't been, you know, left behind or abandoned. Because yeah, it would be nice to get some of these other units to be even in a little bit higher quality. Like I think most of these units for the most part are pretty good, but there's certain units that are still bugged, like the Salamander, like the Raider Fire Breather. I think some of those units still have really low res for some reason. And yeah, we definitely need a graphics overhaul or refresher on that. So they said the Diamond Tank could be seen as a reskin of a Mega Tank, so I'd imagine based on that it could be all through the game. Yeah, absolutely right. So it would be interesting, just based off of the design, how it would be implemented as a Mega Tank in particular, just because of those side rocket projectile artillery things. Seeing, you know, how that would be, you know, conducted or facilitated with the model of the Diamond Tank. But I really hope it's not another heavy tank reskin similar to the Gold Tank. That was pretty depressing. So I don't want them to use the nano wall quality of life things like that, like use last formation. Yeah, that would honestly, like, if they gave players some freedom, like last save formation, if that's just something that's implemented as a quality of life feature, it's going to make everyone happy. Whereas if you implement it back as a nano feature, it's only gonna, appeal to a certain demographic, and only a certain amount of people are gonna be able to obtain it. So, yeah, I think, best case scenario, make it available to everyone. Maybe just like the amount of saved formations you can have, or you can have like 3 saved formations, and then if you want to have more, you can buy more. I think that's fair. They just have to be very careful, right? Yo, what's up, Law? How's it going, man? Good to see ya. Oh no, I lost my Colossus. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, man, we're just chilling here right now. I gotta get myself some water because I'm running out of breath already. Now you know I'm not a seasoned streamer anymore. But yeah, how's it going, man? Couple more vials, very nice. That's it for Rebels. What does this cost? Not bad, okay. We'll do that. Maybe we'll speed up in an hour so we can keep using it. But yeah, we're just chilling. Doing our dailies, getting our grind in. I'll try to, since I'm going to be working a lot more, I'll try to save my encounters for others participating in the boss strike sim, so that those can be more available for other players. Okay, so that's all done. I think we're pretty much good on encounters now. Let's see, have these respawned? Yeah, we got 2 of them. We'll do a couple. I'm pretty good, been busy? Yeah, I figured. I figured that you've been pretty busy. That's good. Good that you're doing good. I think a lot of people lately have been busy as, you know, the school months have started up again. And, you know, people are kind of just getting back into the swing of things again. It's been busier for folks, for sure. I'm definitely guilty of being busy lately, so. But it is nice to be back and to be playing and streaming. Yo, what's up, Raider? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some more content, Law. I really enjoyed, like when I discovered your channel, actually someone who I thought about was, I used to watch this guy named Yotislaya. He used to upload Borderlands 2 content. I want to say like probably a decade ago at this point. A pretty well-known guy. Pretty popular at the time too. But yeah, he ended up passing away a while back. But you just kind of reminded me, just the way that you talk kind of his kind of content. So his content was really high quality and he was super popular at the time, so. But yeah, I love all those videos that you do. Some of the lore and the history, I love it. On BNAS stream yesterday, we were talking about a good way to add nanos for free-to-play players, and dailies, weeklies came up. How would you like to see those implemented, and what kind of tasks do you think would work? Man, that's a pretty loaded question. I'm gonna have to get some more water before I answer that. Hold on just a second. Got some more water. Okay, let me read that again. How would you like to see those implemented, and what kind of tasks you think would work? I think the daily tasks and all that are definitely a good idea. I think incentivizing player activity is always going to be beneficial for them. You know, no matter how they implement it, I think that is something that they definitely want. They want player retention, keep players playing the game is going to make players spend more time, more money on the game. In terms of implementation, I think maybe just even like a calendar for logging in. I think a lot of people maybe will take this as controversial, I think if players commit to logging in every day, or maybe let's say a month or 2 months, depending on what they decide to choose for their calendar size, I think giving players nanopods, maybe exclusive units, tier 3, tier 4 resources, I think all those things they could implement and be like very safe. Because if players don't have access to certain boss strike units, I think that's okay. I just think in the long run, like looking at like the Wild Boar, for example, how it came out in a single boss strike and didn't come back because it was a boss strike exclusive. It didn't return in a secret vault. There was no other way to obtain it. I think that's okay. And then obviously they made the boar too. I think certain maybe weaker promo units or boss strike units, maybe making a login reward to obtain some of those after a certain amount of time, I think would be a really healthy approach. Incentivizing free-to-play players and players to log in and play more. But yeah, I think there's also like there's certain things you can do. Make players have to play for a certain amount of time on the game to earn nanopods and stuff. There's so much they could do. I don't really know what the correct approach would be. There was a suggestion that I really liked. I'm just gonna go ahead and sign into my other account right now, or one of my other accounts. We'll sign into the free-to-play account first. Yeah, there's honestly so much they can do, but we definitely need to keep the free-to-play players around as well, and not just cater to the hardcore, right? Yeah, I remember that guy's channel. I appreciate the comparison, LOL. Yeah, Yote was a pretty cool guy, so definitely very well respected, and you kind of reminded me of him. So just in your vernacular and you know how you have your videos set up, so very cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna do encounters on that account for these accounts. Well, if anyone's doing a boss strike sim, go ahead and feel free to raid Invulnerable. I'm not going to do any story on this mission right now, or on this account, just because I got other accounts to log into as well. We do have a Dreadnought, but because we're free to play, we only have 3 M10s, and we're not level 46 yet. So we got to get these guys ranked. We got to get our Raptor class ranked up, and we got to get the fish ranked. So we got lots on our plate to do with the free to play account. We'll log into one of the other accounts right now, though. And then I'll catch up on chat here in just a second too, guys. Sorry, just doing some quick tabbing around and stuff. Alright, look at that. Good stuff, guys. These encounters are for you guys. That's why I have as many accounts as I do. So feel free to take the encounters. I'm glad you guys are taking advantage of them, because that's what I have these accounts for. So we'll go ahead and start here. Didn't even know you streamed, just subscribed. I really appreciate that, Raider. I haven't for about 2 months now, so you're not missing a whole lot. I'm kind of just coming back to it, so I'm glad that you're able to catch the stream. So I'm trying to find my footing again in this, but I'm already losing my voice, and it's only been an hour, so it's gonna take a little bit of conditioning. But yeah, hopefully the plan is to do more content and stream a lot more, and kind of move in that direction. So we got no assists there. I think we did our construct like a day or two ago, so we won't have VATs on this account. But we'll go ahead, we'll check out. We do have a Kraken. We could do the Kraken. I'll leave that up to you guys. Do you guys want me to do the Kraken? I don't have a Dreadnought, or I don't have a Ironclad, and I only have 7 M10s. Obviously, like with higher level and stuff now, I'm pretty confident I could beat it, but if you need any encounters, you can take mine. I really appreciate that, Raider. I'm not participating in this boss strike sim, however, I know other players are. If you haven't already, feel free. I'll go ahead and check the channel right now, because I'm pretty positive I did see your name in there for the sharing encounters. But yeah, I definitely know other players are participating, and players love the Love having those encounters. They save a lot of time. So Kraken, all right, we'll do Kraken. We'll do Kraken. We do have a Dexter on this account, so it won't be my first boss drop. If we do end up getting a tentacle. And I kind of feel like doing this. I could do 3 fish, but I only have rank 2. So I think we're gonna stick with this, and we'll just basically go until we beat it. I'm working on my next video, although fell a little behind schedule. I upgraded my mic as well. Very nice. All right, I just saw that now as well, Law. That's awesome. I'm very eager to hear your voice again. The new microphone. I usually do 5 M10s, 2 groupers, and 3 buoys on my Kraken. Maybe sub the groupers for R1s if you don't have the groupers. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And then I'll see, I think I'll log into my other account after this. I should actually have all 3 of mine. I should have my Kraken, my Dreadnought, and I should have my Ancient. So we can do all of that. Perfect, there you go, main. Raider, all caps, same as Discord. Oof. Little crit right there, that's okay. Yeah, if you guys don't have each other added, feel free to drop your names in here. Feel free to drop, if you guys are content creators or anything, feel free to go ahead and drop the links in here. You guys got my permission, so let's get as much exposure for this game as we can. I got no issues with advertising. The homies advertising stuff, so. Okay, we did take a blow. We will survive it, and we do almost have his armor off. I think we still keep going. Normally my rule of thumb is we get the armor off before we take a hit to an M10. We've already been slapped once. Oof, and we're down a fish now. Okay, well we didn't get breached. What do we think? Do we full send? I think we just full send. Ooh, we got another crit. I think that's a sign. Ooh, he's doing the breath again, hey? Holy smokes. Nice little deflect right there at least. Line game username is Halo. Perfect. Roger that. Just added you. Nice. We took a hit to the buoy. Roger that. Just added you. I'm looking to beat Fish this sim since he just beat my last score. There goes an M10. I can't let that guy beat me. Yeah, definitely not. Bring the fight to Fish. I'm also a content creator, right on. Feel free to link your channel in the chat if you want to. Law, feel free. All right. I haven't been paying the most attention, I won't lie. That was 300 damage right there, which is really nice that I just got. That is something I've not seen before. But yeah, not gonna say anything, gonna keep my mouth shut in regards to the success of this run, but yeah, we'll see if we can't get a tentacle. I see my thumbnail didn't even didn't appear on the notification for the stream. Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, bro, don't lose the fish. LOL. Definitely don't lose the fish. Give him hell, man. Give him hell. Okay, we lost 2 buoys, an M10, and a fish. Very nice. More suppression. Ooh. Okay, we'll take that. Let's see what we got. Okay, nice. Sweet. Alright, how many skulls, how many teeth, and do we get a tentacle? No tentacle, a little bit of oil. Pretty good losses though, honestly. 1 M10 is really nice for me on this account, just because... And I'm kind of like ranking my stuff up indirectly by doing this as well, which is nice. I just realized I didn't even attack my fish. I really should get my fish to 3. That is kind of... And my game crashed. The Kraken literally crashed my game. Oh no. Flash you on all naval battles, saved on invulnerable. I can amend that main. You can go ahead and take all the naval. I'm gonna go ahead and change that. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the naval because I just have too many accounts that I would have to upkeep with. I'll go ahead and change that so that everyone can take everything. I'll do that right now actually too. Let's go ahead and see quickly. Because yeah, I got enough. My game crashed again. I got enough fights I gotta do on my my main account anyways, so let's change that real quick. Take my encounters. Oh my goodness, I can't even find my messages. There's been so many messages. Ah, go ahead, main. It's all good. I won't change it just because it's so far back in chat at this point, but feel free. Take all the encounters you guys need. Okay. I did want to go and see that though. Is my Kraken still there? Oh, there is another one. Okay. Well, let's get this stuff healed up and then let's go do another Kraken. Run it back. See real quick where we're sitting with skulls. Okay, we still got space. How long ago did your game finally stop freezing? I remember that used to be an annoying thing for you. It actually has never really stopped. My game has been soft locking ever since I moved out here up north because I'm on Starlink internet. And unfortunately, the problem has gone, like, it's been helped a lot because something that really aggravated it was the wait time between attacks and between loading screens. Well, now that that's way faster, there's much less, there's a smaller space or amount of room for the game to soft lock on me, but essentially it just happens like during turns, between turns, and on loading screens. Those are the 3 main things. Basically what happens though is, since I'm on Starlink, so satellite internet, my game basically like pings the server. The server doesn't respond in time, so my game gets soft locked. Yeah, I don't know why it happens as much as it does. That's something that I've actually talked to the devs and with Boris about quite a bit because it makes it really frustrating. Like if this were to happen to other players who maybe are new players, they don't have like that nostalgia or, you know, anything else, then it could definitely be very upsetting for them. For me, I'm kind of just, the nostalgia has me so, it's got me by the balls, so no matter what they throw at me, I'll deal with it. And that's okay. We will handle it however we can. We'll keep playing no matter what. But yeah, it's definitely annoying. It makes sitting down and grinding very challenging. Like Bigfoot grinding, I don't do unless it's on my phone. On cellular cellular, because for some reason it doesn't happen on cellular data, just on my Starlink internet. So very, very frustrating when I'm trying to sit down and grind and my game soft locks. Like even in this battle, I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't soft locked yet because it'll happen between turns randomly. So, and I think it's actually happened earlier in the stream too, but I forget so often. Grab some water here. Very nice, another crit. Do you guys think we'll get level 50 before the end of the year? Really good question, Law. I hope so. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We got, what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks left in the year? We don't have guilds yet. We need prestige, we need guilds. We need promos and boss strike. There's a lot that they still have to add. So unless they bring out an update like this weekend and or like bring out a really big update, I think it's probably going to be the new year. We're probably going to be waiting till the new year to get some of those other things. Oof, taking out more things this go around. Well, at least it got better, but that sucks that you still soft lock a lot. Yeah, I really appreciate the acknowledgement, main. It does suck. It's really challenging and can be really frustrating and unmotivating to play the game sometimes. But you know what? I just think there's a lot of people that, you know, might not even realize the game is back and stuff. And also, like, just there's people that don't have disposable income like I do to play and spend the game. So there's a lot of different situations. I just take my situation for what it is, and you know what? I love the game. I enjoy the game. I'll deal with the soft locking. It just sucks because it's gonna take away from boss strike grind time. I'm gonna have to play on my phone, which is not like my optimal choice. I'd rather play on PC, desktop, but that's okay. Decoration bonuses are also still missing. LOL, yeah, they have a few things they need to add still. Also, this might be the final hit. Ooh, one more hit. But yeah, they have a few more things they gotta add, and then we'll have most of the features, which will be nice. Just because I feel like the game is missing a little bit of life, and I think that life comes indirectly through some of those other features. So once we get some of those other features, the game's gonna feel a little bit more lively, I think, and players are gonna enjoy it more. There we go, 2 Kraken down. Go ahead and collect that. I think we just wasted a bunch of steel. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll swap accounts again. Need new content like now, LOL? That's what I'm saying, Peter. Like, I don't want to be too overbearing on the devs and stuff, but realistically, if we don't get content fast enough, people are going to be waiting years for it, right? And I think there's a lot of people that will wait, but there's also a lot that won't. So depending on how fast they implement the content and they, you know, how good player retention is with advertising and all that stuff, I think they can definitely lose some of the player base. In that time, right? So alright, we are on the other account. Just give me 1 second here. Just doing a few things in my email. Okay. Yeah, we are still level 47 on this account. So we still gotta hit level 49. Oops, I did not mean to do that. We'll just do this because why not? Are all accounts good to take Naval Flash, or just the one you say on specific ones like your main? You can take all of them. Of the 4 I listed, yeah, just take all of them. That appreciate it. Yeah, no worries at all. I think with the guild stuff they've been teasing, we'll at least get that soon. Yeah, if we can get guilds before the end of the year, I think realistically we should be fine for content. That'll give players enough time to accumulate gold, I think, get guilds built up, kind of move on from there. What should we shut off? Wow, we have a lot of... We have all these running. We definitely don't need all these running. But yeah. Feels so good getting your first clad? Absolutely. I remember I got my first one and I was super hyped. Let's see here. Okay. Missions we have. Clear out Bigfoot. We got a bunch of missions. Okay. Do we have veterans? I don't think we have veterans in on this account, do we? Oh, we do have a veteran. Okay. We will make some more. First, we'll get the organic grocers back up and running. Mechanical squeezer, I think we actually needed that for a mission. There we go, there's our level 15. Let's train a couple of these bad boys. Let's get 5 just so we can have a full front line and then still keep training a few more. Alright, and we'll train that guy and we'll leave that be for now. So, okay, so we're sitting pretty healthy on stuff. Here's our max vehicle factor, here we go. So, ideally, we do want to train a heavier tank, but we need to make a wall to get rid of some gears. I'm trying to remember, I don't think there's anything else really. Oh, TKs. Yeah, we got 18. Yeah, we'll do another wall. Just to use up a bunch. Go ahead and do that. See what we got for promotions. Back sub, what do we got here? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Why not? Get the tax subs promoting. Perfect. Go ahead and train some field agents. And then let's go and check and see if we got this construct ready to go. And gears, okay, we're good on those. Mystery troopers. I'll do construct first. Man, I want to use vets against the construct too, but they're rank 1. So... Those are halfway, very nice. Yeah, we'll do TKs. Very nice. I feel you, man. I still haven't gotten a construct frag. Coming up to 40 kills soon. LOL, you'll get your clad soon, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully we can get a little bit better frag luck for the Sentinel, because yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that are very much overdue for frags. Damn, minimum drops. That's okay. That is okay. Alright, no more constructs. Construct is down. No frags, minimum drops, too bad. But that is alright. Go ahead and heal these bad boys. And let's see, so we'll go ahead and we'll train some more agents, and then we can go do our troopers, mystery troops. Got 3 sins for some reason though, LOL. Some people just have that kind of luck. I think it was Stavi as well was saying that he has 3 sinister fragments. Some people just have it, man. It's crazy. That's what I'm hoping. It would really suck killing the Sentinel 30 to 40 times, getting 0 frags. Honestly, it would not surprise me. But yeah, super unmotivating, right? That is definitely gonna be me when I kill the Sentinel. I am going to be that guy that gets it after killing him like 80 times. I want the Phalanx tank so bad. Hey, we got bars, nice. Yeah, that's also another unit that would be super nice to get. So, forgot we got SP to get on this. So, let's go ahead and let's do some some Dreadnought and Kraken kills. Start off with a nice crit, let's go. Oof, big fat deflect. How do we do, how do we do? We took it pretty well. I don't think I want to start like that, though, personally. I don't want to get too cute with this, but we'll take a couple resets here. We'll try our luck a little bit. Yes, the Phalanx tank, or the Phalanx tank, however you say that, would be awesome. It would be amazing to have like 3 in the front row and just strictly use those. Uh-oh, 2 torpedo attacks. You, get out of here. We can definitely do better than that, no doubt. I would brute force it, but this account does not have as many M10s as I am comfortable with losing, so we'll definitely play cute here. I'm actually not how big of a jump M10s get from rank 3 to rank 4. Think of the hundreds of retries we all did. It's crazy, main. Naval is actually super expansive in terms of like the different ranks and the power creep. I believe at rank 5, the M10 and all the base naval units actually double in crit chance, or base crit if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they double at rank 5. Maybe it was rank 4, but I was pretty sure it was rank 5, but I'll double check on that. Okay, we'll run with this. We got a pretty good run going. Oh, there we go. We got a soft lock right there. This guy is going to stay blue. He's going to keep flashing blue for a while. Can't inspect. We can pull that out, but we can't retreat and we can't use anything. These pop up, but you can't drag them. So, yeah, not really sure why that happens. So, unfortunate that we soft lock. I don't miss those level 40 attempts, LOL. Me neither, Digital. I think it's awesome that we had, like, as difficult of a fight as we did there, but it was something that should not have, should not persist. It should not stick around. It was a fun challenge while it existed, but it had its time, and we're ready to move on. we're ready for other challenges like the Sentinel now, so. Nano healing the M10 bar costs? Oh my goodness, I know, right? I'm just thinking, like, I think it was Artem, or like, there was definitely more than just, than him, I think it was. There was multiple people buying like tons of M10s because it was cheaper to buy them than it was to heal with nanos, which is crazy. Now they got all these M10s, which is awesome. That's so good for boss strike, but it's like, man, the amount of nanos they could have saved not buying M10s just because, you know, the game was in a state where it was too challenging. Realistically, it should have never been like that. Can't believe it was even possible, and so many of us stuck through the pain for those. Honestly, it felt super good though. I remember like the first time beating it felt so good, and like hearing like the excitement out of players when they beat it was something that I don't know if we'll actually see again. That was something that was super, like, very encouraging, super fun to see, super accomplishing. I really hope we have stuff like that and like we kind of like relive that in something else, because that was super. Being like, man, I got it, like with 1 turn left or 2 turns left, like, oh my goodness, the roller coaster of emotions. Ouch. What do we got here? 600 HP, and he's out of a mine attack. So we shouldn't lose our clad here. Actually, I don't think we can because he doesn't have mines anymore. It really was special. It was, wasn't it? It was an experience, so absolutely. Oh, I forgot to get bars and gears from this guy. No clad that time, but you know what? That's alright. Oh man, I thought I would have had the second one by now. That's okay. We'll do the Kraken, and then we'll log back into the main. Just because I'm too lazy to do this. We got our SP or our XP, and we've done our bosses. So yeah, we're max on bars. We'll train a few more field agents. We're still sitting healthy on space for what's it called? For gears. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so we're sitting pretty perfect. Oh, I guess we don't have another Dreadnought anyways, though, so whatever. If we get a +1 level cap, the Ancient Sentinel will probably be a similarly nearly impossible challenge. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't know what other strategy is going to exist besides just mass veteran spam, give or take, putting in like, I don't know, like one cryo trooper and like 1 TK to take out the ranged arm. I don't know how much like more diverse you can really make the. Oh, whoops. That's definitely a restart. Yeah, I don't know how much more diverse you can make the comps, like the compositions. But yeah, we definitely need that level 50. We need that Ancient Sentinel. We need that Prestige all at the same time. And then guilds and boss strikes. We need all that stuff. So there's a lot on our plate, or a lot on their plate rather. But a very promising amount of content to come. Because personally, at least back like when I played, my personal favorite experience in Battle Nations was like around level 50. I think that's where some of like the really fun content in the game is, and the game really shines around that player level. So that'll be very nice, very refreshing. And then we'll get Bigfoot, we'll get Maulers, we'll get some other things. So yeah, that will be wicked. Cannot wait. Oof, we're already taking a breach. Yeah, we'll keep running it though. We've gotten some pretty good RNG so far. Despite me making a mistake and not using my Ironclad 1 turn before using my second M10. So let's see, no breach, okay. Couple more turns, then we get to use our Clad. I really hope they add Prestige sooner than max rank. I don't want to waste XP from these missions, so I haven't been touching them really. Honestly, I agree with that law. I really want them to add Prestige so we can start building up on those stars. I honestly don't remember how much storage we have for the stars, but we definitely want to get them sooner rather than later, so that we can get that prestigious academy unlocked and start getting some of those units like radio techs, and you know, getting some of those units. Like ideally, if they release it soon, then we can at least rank up our radio techs too before we take on the Sentinel. I really don't want to take on the Sentinel with a level 1 radio tech, and I think most people don't want to either. We need time to rank up the units. We definitely need the level cap increase sooner. I think Prestige could use a rebalance too. Some of those units could be obtained while they're still useful. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's no reason for that Raider unit, the Raider Allied Mammoth Raider, whatever it's called, to be in there. Even the gold tank, I don't think the gold tank should be in there. There's a lot they could do. Good point, Law. By the time players got prestige, all but one were completely useless. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, lots of those units in there were more like fun gimmicks than like actually useful, which just made the feature overall like very underwhelming. Whereas it should be something that's like, oh man, I got like the prestigious academy unlocked, now I can like get like a handful of good units, right? But no, it's like, oh man, I got the prestigious academy. Time to get an allied mammoth rider so that I can, you know, take out level 10 raiders. Ooh, nice, 9 skulls. Very high roll. Only lost 1 M10. That is actually shocking. I thought I was going to lose a lot more than that. Also, I'm surprised I don't have a second Dreadnought, but I have a second Kraken already. So that's what, 3 Krakens, no Tentacle, 1 Dreadnought, no Ironclad, 1 Ancient Construct, no Dexter or Sinister Fragment. Don't forget, you could also trade Prestige Stars for a full 1 bar or 1 gear a day. True. Like, maybe make it so once you hit level 35, you start getting a little prestige on leveling up, maybe 5 to 10 stars per level up, or every 5 level or something. Yeah, honestly, there's so much they could do. We have the Lightning Screens are 5, okay. That's pretty good. We'll do this for fun, and then we'll go do that other Kraken. Feels like I've fought the Kraken so many times today, and even if I get a Tentacle at this point, I still feel like I'm going to be disappointed. Just because I have 2 on this account already. I don't need any more Tentacles. Now I understand the Tentacle problem that people have. I finally have 2 on my main, but it took like 20 plus kills to get my first Tentacle, and then I ended up getting my second Tentacle before I ended up getting second Ironclad. I don't have a second Ironclad still. I got my Clad before I got the Tentacle, like weeks before, or months before. So, yeah, that kind of just happened. Bro, BNAB just got his 4th Tentacle last night. That is wild, man. Oh my goodness. I am praying for that man, dude. He needs an Ironclad. I know, he has 0 Ironclads, man. That is so... That is not fair. I have some very colorful words for what I think that is, but I won't say those on stream. But that is definitely not fair. 4 Tentacles and 0 Ironclads. Wow. Yeah, that is something else, all I will say. Ooh, actually, hold on. Oh, we still have this book. Okay, we'll check this through here. Oh, it's only rank 1. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Tiefs. Where's our animal trainer at? Also, do we have more housing? No, we do not. Here we go. That's not it. Level 3 animal trainer, what the? Yeah, I got 3 clads. I got 3 before my first clad, LL. You got tentacles before your first clad? Holy smokes. So many tentacles being handed out, it's unbelievable. And I could not get one. It was wild. Granted, I only got 1 clad anyways, but man, that is crazy to hear that. Goodness, we cannot turn this thing on. This thing does not want to turn on for us. We'll just train some raptors, because why not? Or, let's see. Ooh, we don't have a mammoth pen. Rip. Boars are... We'll train a boar. Imperial boars. You spent more on your alt than I have on my main. Yeah. I'm not proud of it. Anyways. We'll keep moving. Let's go kill the Kraken. I don't want to think about that right now, Nat. But yeah. Would a tentacle? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I think the machine gun is still better on the M10, so we'll go fish. We'll keep the fish. Nice, big deflects. Do we get poison? We do get poison. I had a feeling we were gonna. We did. There's a 3-turn poison too, so if you get hit by that normally, your ironclad is gonna explode. Hey, if you got the cheddar, honestly, I'm not proud of it, Net. That's why I have a free-to-play account, so I can experience all aspects of the game and understand the struggle better. I acknowledge the struggle of free-to-play players, and I want the devs to cater to free-to-play players. We should, as players who are very privileged, we should have absolutely everything no matter what. But I think the free-to-play players still should at least have opportunity, right? To get boss striking, get promo units, stuff like that. That's how the game gets better. My main was free-to-play for the longest time. Really? Yeah, my brother, so he's the one that got me into this game like over a decade ago now. He's always one that is like pro, like I'm not gonna spend anything, I'm free-to-play. And it's super like, I just remember that feeling and that expression he had of like maxing out an account or like beating a game free to play that like super incentivizes spending money. Like it very much helps out the player, and just the satisfaction alone, it's unmatched, honestly. That's why I have to do the free to play account on my own. I have to get that experience and that satisfaction. Like, man, yes, this was inefficient because I haven't even killed the construct and I'm level 42, just because I could, but I don't spend the time to level up my TKs. But just like the feeling of getting that account there, it's unmatched. Let's see, what is the attack here? Gotta keep an eye. Advanced resources are something else to help progression. Absolutely. I think they're one of the best investments, at least early on for progressing. Same thing with storage. I got one of my IRL friends started on the game who's never played it before. Oh, very nice. Early game resource population bottleneck is hitting him hard right now, LMAO. I know. It is super unfair to, like... I think, honestly, the early game is what drives a lot of people away from the game. It's super not free-to-play friendly, especially early on. Like, early on, it really aggravates it. Later on, it's very much like you can get by no problem without like spending nanos, but you got to get there first, and then you lose opportunities on that. So I think if they make the free experience better early on, like bump up the free-to-play storage to 1,000 instead of 500, and then just increase every free-to-play storage by 500, so the warehouse to 1,500, the large warehouse to 2,000. Keep the regular storage vault where it is, and then also keep the high-capacity vault where it is, and I think it's still fine. Like, make the game more enjoyable for free-to-play players, right? And yeah, we lost our clad, so rip. My main only went pay to win with snack, and I've worked to dig myself out of the hole I found myself in. My alt is fully free to play. I don't use much. I don't use it much, so it's not as far along as it could be. But it's probably representative of a casual player. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head right there. And that's very much what my free-to-play account is like too. I could absolutely grind it if I wanted to get TKs ranked up to do the construct. Personally, a bigger achievement for me is not beating the construct, as it's simply a TK spam. It's getting the account leveled up, progressing on the account, making it through the story missions, and then eventually making it around to those bosses. It's very much different. Like, my criteria is different from another player's, but considering I have a main that I have to manage and I have 10 alt accounts, I don't have the time. So you have to take, pick your battles and just go on from there, right? So, all right, 1 fish, 1 cloud we lost, and we got 8 skulls, 8 teeth. So pretty good overall. But yeah, there's all of our bosses just like that. But yeah, absolutely, that is you make a really good point for Net. And yeah, definitely a casual player, right, is what most free-to-play players are as well. So yeah, it was a really stupid situation. Sorry it ended up like that. Yeah, it's honestly, it's not his fault. It's, it's circumstances. It sucks, but it is what it is, and we're moving past it together. The guild currently is working on methods to help those players that did lose in that situation. The guild is actually setting up something for that, so I won't talk too much more on that. I'm sure some people have already heard about that, but there is plans to help out those players, so yeah. Anyways, I think that is everything. We don't have another construct, do we? He's not hiding in the corner. I don't see him. Yeah, I think it's just the 1 construct. I don't know if he actually stacks. The repeatable one stacks. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll log back into the main. We'll do some encounters. My ult has beat the Dreadnought and construct, but I've not bothered to do the missions to unlock the Kraken. Yeah, that's really impressive, actually, Net. Is that the free-to-play account that you've done that on? That's very impressive. Because yeah, right now on my free-to-play alt, I have M10s. I just got my baby guppies at level 42, which is super late, but I'm just like playing very casually, so is what it is. But yeah, if that's on your free-to-play alt using like R1s, like it's the free-to-play account, that's off. Good stuff. That is super impressive. Oh, that's right. We will check out and see who we can help out here. Check out this guy. BR, we'll go help him out. I've helped out Jay. Helped out Main. Let's see, have I helped you out yet, Net? I've not. Or maybe I have and I just haven't used all of mine. I have not. Let's do... Oh my goodness, I like your little thing of orphanages here. Very nice. Lots of XP in there. I'll go ahead and help out your refinement facilities there and your repair bays. And then I think I helped out Raider already, so I'll get digital with these last two, and then I gotta wait for more assisting. We'll do more anti-aircraft, so we got the vehicle factories up and running constantly. If you guys need gears, we got lots of vehicle factories running, so I'm farming orphans for XP. Dude, that's super smart. I was actually debating that. I didn't realize they actually use goods. However, it's smart because you can stockpile up on them and they give really good XP actually. And they're not too bad to build. They're actually like pretty well balanced in terms of like cost. And obviously all of us have like so many resources, but this is not bad at all. The steel is a little bit much, but 12 hours, the pop is okay. That's not bad. That is not bad by any means. I'm cap on steel and my resource cap is over 50k, so my steel is doing so good. Very nice. Yeah, honestly, like when heavier tanks in level 47 came out, I know there was kind of like, I think a lot of people were like pretty stumped because like steel was like super like high in demand. Having heavier tanks to train, having veterans to promote, having heavier tanks to promote, and like other things as well. There was a lot, right? But I think like that's probably the steepest steel like deficit people will be in. I don't think we're going to get another level cap increase like that where there's going to be as many things demanding as much steel and also being super time sensitive. So yeah, that's really good. 50k storage is solid. I don't even have that on my main. I only have 40k storage on my main. I have 4 extra high cap vaults that I built like 2 days ago, but I haven't opened. I'm gonna save until we get a new level cap increase or until I need the storage, so. Oh yeah, that's right. Is our, oh, we soft locked, rip. 5 to 6k XP for boosted 24-hour job. Yeah, that is very good. That is exceptional XP for a free-to-play building. Absolutely worth it to make as many of those as possible. And we, like, if you ever decide to sell them too, you'll get so much pop back from those, which is nice. So that is solid. Let's see, 15 minutes. Okay, we can do without. We'll get a little bit of SP for my heavier tanks. But yeah, very nice to use the max level UMGs again. That's something I got ranked up on my free-to-play account now that I just unlocked them. Here's where we're sitting for heavier tanks right now. So 35%, we're a little over a third of the way. I participated in the last boss sim, and basically I didn't actually do any Bigfoots in the last boss sim. I only did encounters. So I got tier 15, which I think I was just shy of 19 mil. I got over 16 mil, 700,000, not including rolls or deduction. So I got tier 15 without any of that, and then I think I was just shy of 19 mil with deductions and with rolls included, only doing encounters. So that goes to show, like, for those people who think that you have to grind Bigfoots, you don't. If you're really good about doing your encounters and you know how to network with other people, especially now that we have that channel where we can, you know, take others' encounters for those who are willing to give those up, you can get so much SP and so much gold just from like doing encounters alone, and it's obviously way better for gold per encounter. So but yeah, we did that. Tier 15, no Bigfoots. Obviously nothing like super impressive, but just really nice because I'm not the most avid Bigfoot country consumer or enjoyer for like killing those spider wasps. Obviously they're the best source of SP in the game, but personally I prefer doing encounters if I can, just because, yeah, you get teeth, you get a bit more gold. A lot of people, I think, underappreciate how useful the gold is. When NM is going to have, you know, 2-3 guilds, we're going to need all the gold that we get from these sims, which I think a lot of people don't really understand the value in. There's actually, like, we have so much gold combined as a guild, but we also have to use a lot of that, right, to make the guild itself, to level up the guild. So that gold is gonna be going somewhere, right? So that's what those boss sims are for. They're there to assess and analyze our players, see kind of where we sit, and then utilize that gold that we get from those sims to put back into our own guild, right? Just because, yeah, I know lately a lot of people are getting frustrated with the amount of sims that we're doing, and that's why we're making these some of our last ones. We're finally in a position now where we've got enough gold, and we've got, you know, enough like players and stuff to have like 2 established guilds that are fully leveled up. We're gonna reap the rewards of that by getting those SP and XP boosts by having a max level guild. So everyone who's been participating and, you know, really grinding gold, you're really giving back to the guild, because yeah, everyone's gonna get those bonuses, and we're all gonna be able to have those permanent boosts being together, right? So, oh yeah, I'm at like 50 million now. Holy smokes, yeah, that's really good law. Considering you're doing content creation too, that's very good. Very nice. It also gives you a ton to mess around with for decorating your base, LL, which is really nice. I think a lot of people, like, at least for me, the experiences that I've had with decorating, I've taken like a full, like, normal play session, turn that into just decorating my base, and then I'm like, holy smokes, this was so much fun. But I wanted to, like, I didn't want to stop. I was like, man, I just want to keep exploring, keep seeing what I can do. And I think a lot of people have that experience where they don't like necessarily add 1 or 2 things. They just like sit down one day, they just like kind of decorate their entire base and then either leave it be or come back to it. Maybe tinker around with it every now and then. But yeah, the gold is definitely not in, it's definitely needed. So seeing all the players that we have with as much gold as they have is very nice, very reassuring. So we'll be probably one of the only and one of the first guilds to have a max level guild, like, on day 1. So that's gonna be wicked. And yeah, some of the decorations are not cheap either, especially like the roads and stuff for like concrete. Like, I can only imagine how much it would be to actually decorate for some of those free-to-play players, right? Yo, what's up, Samuha9414? Sorry if I pronounced that incorrect. This is Battle Nations. Yeah, this is our beloved Battle Nations. I can go ahead and drop a link in the chat if you're curious and want to check it out. Right now we're just doing some daily missions, just chatting and kind of exploring. So feel free to make yourself at home. You got any questions, feel free to leave them down in the chat too. It feels like I've been going for a lot longer, but we have been live for 2 hours already. I'll probably stream for another 30-ish minutes and then probably call it a night. But yeah, we'll do some encounters right now. And go from there and reassess after we do that. So I wish we could have gotten our Colossus to rank 4, but he did die, so maybe I'll do some off-stream grinding. As much as I want to be streaming all the time, we might have to do that off-stream, so yeah. Let's get this over with. Are you guys excited for guilds to come out soon, though? I know I've asked that, I think, probably twice at this point by now, but I'm really intrigued and interested to see how the UI is gonna look like what that's gonna look like. Because I know that they, I think, are taking a little bit of a different approach as to what Z2 did. So things won't be like exactly identical. Systems themselves should represent pretty much the same thing. So Here's hoping it's this weekend. A lot of people seem to be thinking that. Honestly, I really hope that too. There's been a lot of very interesting activity lately in the dev channel in the Battle Nation server. So here's hoping, man. Here's hoping. I think it would be a perfect time for them to do it. Mid-November. I don't know if we actually ended up getting... Because I think it was October, they said that they were pushing out 3 patches. I think we only got 2. I think we actually got 1 like at the end of September, which was supposed to technically be an October one, but it technically wasn't. So, yeah, hopefully we get one here shortly, since we're already, halfway through November. Man, it almost doesn't feel real how fast the time is moving by. But we've come a long way already in the year, so I'm glad that they're ironing out a lot of the little bugs that persisted in the game for so long. One of the common ones that comes to mind that I don't see anymore at all either, which is super nice, is random units appearing super big. Like whether I use this Wimp right now or the Sandworm attacks me, the model just, you know, basically jump scaring you. I think that was a pretty common for a lot of people. So I no longer see that, which is nice. So it does seem like they're definitely cleaning up a lot of the visual clutter and the common occurrence bugs. So but yeah, it definitely could come out this weekend. That would be awesome. Any particular orders you guys are hoping for they push updates out in? Personally, I don't know if there's a concrete one I want, but I'm really hoping, just for like continuity and for ease of everything, I really hope personally they do guilds next so that people can get those established. Then we get level 50. With level 50, we get Prestige, we get the Ancient Sentinel, and then eventually we get boss strikes. That way there's as much time as possible for people to obtain a Sentinel frag, lots of time for people to get in guilds, get established, and then go from there. Also, we gotta finish off our gorillas. We're not even at rank 5 yet. So yeah, that's the ideal, at least when I think about it on the spot. I feel like getting guilds first, then getting the level cap increase of 50 with Prestige and the Ancient Sentinel. I think the Ancient Sentinel will be beatable. There will be so much RNG involved though. I think it's going to be a vet spam personally. Allowing time for frags is super important. That's what I'm saying, Digital. I'm glad that you recognize that too. I think personally the best thing they can do is give as much time as possible for frags, because the only ones, like free-to-play players, I don't think are going to be able to do the Sentinel off the rip, which is unfortunate, but it's just the reality, right? Most free-to-play players couldn't even do it without boss strike units, and that was like when they were level 70 and stuff. That's just how it's going to have to be. But yes, giving people time for those fragments is going to be super important, because in the event that a free-to-play player does get a frag, it's going to be crucial for that player's like moving through like higher level content, because those frags are unreal. Those are super important. But yes, I'm glad that you see that too. And I think, yeah, those 2% drop chance with a 3 to 8 days spawn timer can be super rewarding, but also super punishing. So oops. Alright, 2 more Raider encounters. We'll use some vets. We don't use vets enough. And I don't know if it was, but in the OG, my Sentinel respawn every 3 or 4 days, like 95% of the time. Yeah, it felt really nice, honestly. The amount of times the Sentinel spawned was nice because it felt like there was more time where I could fight it than there wasn't, which I think is really good. Players need that challenge, that threat, and obviously that opportunity, right? So it makes up for the 2% drop rate. Yeah, absolutely. And that's fine, right? I think the 2% is okay. But yes, if it's going to be 2%, we need to be able to fight it a lot. And I think that's okay too. Give us that challenge. At the end of the day, people want that interaction. They want that stimulation of fighting that boss. So give the players that stim. Give them that challenge. And yeah, let them earn those frags, right? I know a lot of people, there's going to be so many people that are going to kill the Sentinel right away because we have such a dedicated hardcore fan base, which is awesome. And I feel like there's going to be a handful that are going to get that melee frag in particular. That thing is going to be essential for them consistently killing the Sentinel. And when they do, they are going to be so set up for future kills. Like super set up. Like whoever gets a melee frag first is going to be absolutely laughing because they're going to be super successful in future kills. Let's see, so all those are good, very nice. Very nice. People are clearing out encounters, that's what I like to see. Let's see. I'm gonna go steal encounters from Gun B. I'm gonna put the pressure on. Oh, they're clear. What a guy. Did someone else clear those or was that him? Good stuff. Let's check his other account. Whoa, look at that. I don't know if that's for sale. I don't think the Crazy Blades is available, but very nice. Cleared bases. I also haven't looked at the list at participants, so I actually don't know who's all playing in this sim, and I really should have a look at it. There's my resources currently. We were sitting at 44 laurels the other day, and then we spent all of them making lightning troopers, only to get one singular colossi. 44 laurels. I killed, I think, 2 lightning troopers aside from those laurels. I had, I think, 22 bars, which I made lightning dragoons with, and then I killed, I think, 14 or 15 dragoons. So I ended up infecting like 20 to 30 units, I think it was, and spent all those resources. So I was super upset. And I spent all my nanos, all my black nanos. So now if I want to get maulers, which realistically, it's not too big of a deal if I don't get any, but I'll just spend the black or the regular nanopods to get the black nanopods for the maulers. I didn't get a single Colossus. Dude, there was some people who got like 4 or 5. And I infected so many, as did many people, and didn't get any. Like the fact that I had to spend 1,400 nanopods to buy the black nanos, because I didn't spend nanopods for the resources, I just spent nanopods for the black nano. Or, yeah, nanopods for the black nanopods. But I didn't spend it on laurels, I didn't spend it on bars, and I spent 1,400. I got like 40 banked up. That's really good. Definitely save them for maulers. I don't know what it was. Infecting dragoons, I had more success than I did troopers. Because yeah, troopers gave me 36 of these arc cannoneers, and like probably 18 arc creepers, and like 8 bullfrogs. And infecting dragoons, I actually was able to get some diverse things. I got some hunters, which I know have an increased chance. I got some crawlers. I got a couple extra bullfrogs. I didn't get any stalkers. Yeah, that was me for Colossus. Honestly, main, I'm so happy for you, man. Those things are so useful. Get those to rank 5 and use those at Bigfoots. I honestly think they are the best unit besides MG turrets. I spoke with Net. He was saying MGs are still better. I personally think with the animation time of Colossi, they have extremely good usability and use at Bigfoots. No frags though, so you're still winning in that department. That's fair, but I'm not winning in the gambling department, I'll tell you that. Like, even though I did technically gamble with the, what's it called, with the frags, it was at least free, right? With Colossi, it cost me so many nanopods. Now I'm gonna have to buy another month of Mammoth. I kept getting the hunters, which had the same odds as Colossus. Yeah, I feel like so many people got hunters. Like, I believe the the advanced and the normal were both 5%. They were the same odds. I actually had more advanced. I had more advanced counterparts than regular. I didn't have any of these guys until like 2 days ago or yesterday. And I only had 3 hunters, and I had like 3 regulars, and I had 6 advanced. Got some arc stalkers at least, so they're cool. Nice. Yeah, stalkers are really cool. I wish these guys had like the freeze and the fire attacks. That would be dope. But we'll get those with the Apex. But yeah, 36. This is what hurts me. 36 of these guys. I know that they're like a 33% chance, but based off of all the units I've accumulated, I think these 2 in particular, I should have like 2 more Colossi just in these alone. Not even factoring in my hunters, my creepers, my stalkers, and my bullfrogs. I should have like 3 more Colossi. 4 regulars, 3 advanced hunters. Yeah, in like a normal situation, I feel like we should have more of the normal, similar to how Raptors are, with how it's like a 40%, 30%, 20, and then 10. Definitely interesting odds how they make that though. But yeah, I don't think we have any more encounters or anything we need to do though, and I don't want to take other people's encounters anymore just because there are boss sim participants. So I think I am probably going to end stream there, guys. I did just get my Colossus back. Maybe we'll save that the grinding, or maybe I'll get it to rank 4 and then we'll grind it to rank 5. Get the SP for rank 5 in another stream, just because this is like, realistically, this is really easy to get to rank 4. Even to rank 5 is easy. Rank 6 will be a little bit more of a grind, but just with the 1, it makes it difficult. So we'll get it up to rank 5, maybe leave it for a while, and then we'll do the rank 6 grind eventually. But yeah, we'll call it there. Not a bad first stream coming back. I'm really excited to stream some more. It's been really nice having all you guys join and having all the support and the love. Just before I sign off here, if you guys want to go ahead and promote, any other social media you guys have or anything Battle Nations related, feel free, please. Go ahead and drop your names in the chat again too if you want others to add you. Whatever you guys need, go ahead and drop it in chat. I'll leave the stream here for another couple minutes. I'll leave it on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some water, grab some food, and yeah, you guys have a good rest of your night. It's awesome seeing you, and I'll try to get back on this stream schedule. So it's awesome seeing you guys. But anyways, I won't take up any more of your time. You guys have a good night, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.